Thanks for checking out another clip of the Cashflow Contractor. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. Click subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
So you were texting me, you were saying you want to talk about side work a little bit, side hustles.
Yeah, I've got a client who will listen to this. Matter of fact, I'll talk to him before this comes
Tell
out.
him to fast forward 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, just got off the phone with him. No. Anyway, he called up and he had a guy working on his crew. And one of the drivers who was delivering concrete to that job said, "Hey, do you know so-and-so's handing out business cards for himself?"
Ooh.
Right. So
Okay.
my client called me about that. What do you think? What do you think I ought to do? And I said,
For what?
"Fire him."
Like business cards for what?
For doing the same thing,
Doing the same thing. Okay.
same kind of work. Yeah. And okay, but that's one of the nuances I want to talk. This is more nuanced than my initial reaction was the same as yours. Like, ooh, fire his ass. Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of my default position. I've had that come up many times not many, but more than once over the years. But then, that was my first, and then my initial, talking a little further, he said, "Well, I did tell this guy one time that he could do little work, like maybe pour the concrete under an air conditioner or a little sidewalk, something that he didn't want to do. But also the guy never handed out cards when my client was around. Anyway, so there you go. Do you and like I said, this is more nuanced than it appears. So
yeah, it is very, very nuanced. And I'm usually a proponent of side hustles, side work, but there's so many factors to consider.
Well,
I think first, let's dive in. I think the first one we should discuss is about, maybe we start at the ground level and just say why would they be doing side hustles? I think understanding the motive behind it's really important. Are they doing it because they're trying to start their own business? Or are they doing it because they need some extra cash? Are you paying them enough? Is that why they need extra cash? Because you're not paying them enough? Then if you're not paying them enough, you really don't have a say in the matter. If you know that you're paying below market rate and you've got this guy, you know what I mean? I don't know. Those are things to consider. And then also, I think season of life is important too. You got a 23-year-old who's busting their ass for you, and then they also want to mow lawns on the weekends. I got no problem with that.
No, that's the first question in my mind.
Okay, what is it?
Are they in a band that plays the honky tonks on Saturday night? That's a side hustle. Fine, they can do that. If you build pergolas and they get a small pergola job, that's not all right with me. And so anyway, I guess we can take sides on this and argue discuss the different sides. But my default is it's why are they doing it? I mean, that's introspective. That's for me to know. And do all my guys have to do side hustles to make a living? So what can I do? Do I raise my prices, try to make these guys? Right. So I need to know for me if I'm contributing to them doing that. But but that doesn't mean that they get to do it and then I'm going to approve it because they did it and they tell me, well, I need more money, right? I'll give you a case in point.
Okay.
One that I remember from a long time ago. I've said that I had a sprinkler company back in the 80s, and we had a guy.
I've got a sprinkler guy coming by the house. Maybe you can give me some tips.
Yeah.
He'll be here at noon.
I could. Let's see what he charges you. No, I had a guy, I can't remember his name, a Hispanic guy. He was from Ecuador, and he was really good. And he did a lot of good work for us. He was a repair guy, and we gave him a truck, and he could drive the truck home. And he had a lot of stuff on it, sprinkler heads, pipe and dope and all this. So one day I just happened to be at a friend of my father's, and he said, "Man, I think it's really great that we'll call him Pedro, that you let Pedro do work on the side." And I go, "What?" He goes, "Oh yeah, he came over and redid, replaced all my sprinkler head, I don't know what, $800-900 worth of stuff back in the 80s. And he said, "Yeah, you guys didn't mind that you let him do that." Well, guess whose stuff that was, that he put in?
Yours.
And guess who didn't get the job from a friend of my father's?
You did.
And I went back and fired him. And
yeah.
I mean, that was to me a no-brainer. And I wasn't going to go, well, I didn't pay him enough, so he's justified in stealing stuff from us. Right?
No, see, that's where I draw a line too. Are they using your equipment, your machinery, your supplies, your materials? Yeah, that's not going to fly.
Well, are they wearing your T-shirt, or do people they're working for know that you work for them? And if something goes wrong,
Okay, but what if Pedro is mowing lawns in this situation?
if I don't do it, I've got nothing. I mean, he needs his hours, whatever
Okay,
responsibilities.
so
he's
you're
gotta meet.
if
That's
they're doing
fine.
something that's adjacent but not the same,
Yeah.
right?
If I'm not doing
Like
that,
I'm doing sprinklers, and then I see people that need their lawn mowed, and I'm on the weekends I do a route, but I'm
Right.
working full time for you, Martin, doing sprinklers.
yeah. And
You're fine with that?
well, I'm going to say yes at this
Okay.
level. I'm going to say sure. I don't own the guy. If we got a 40-hour a week or whatever our requirements are that our employees
Mhm.
have to meet, get the schedule done, whatever it is, and he does that and he does something else, that's fine. It's okay sometimes if it's not fine, because does it diminish your capacity to do good work during the week, right?
Yeah.
But in general, I would say I would be fine with that. But doing the same genre of work, even if, like my client said that he had told them they can do little jobs,
Yeah.
right? But the same kind of jobs, now you're immediately confused, right? Now we've blurred the line between that's working for me and that's working for you. And yeah, you just stopped by, but you were driving my truck and there's the name of my company on the door, and you ran over real quick and did that one thing. We're
Okay.
blurring things.
Thanks for checking out a clip from the Cashflow Contractor. We have full episodes where we go deep on topics that help you grow a construction business that runs without you, so you can have less stress, more time, more money. Now, we've got other videos, other clips, but if you want to check out the full episode for this clip, you can click wherever our editor put it. It might be here, it might be there, it might be over my face, I don't know. But thank you for checking us out. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. So subscribe or check out a full episode wherever you get podcasts.